Hi, welcome again to another episode of Goalpost Gossip, the podcast where football meets banter. As you know, today we're gonna kick off this podcast by talking about the teams, their performance in Premier League, and we will start by no other than Chelsea, of course. As you can see, I'm not wearing my blue hat today. Why? Not because Chelsea lost, and we lost miserably to Manchester United. Um, I know Manchester United fans are super happy because Manchester United fans are always happy whenever they beat Chelsea. There's two teams that they celebrate like hard when they beat. It's Chelsea and Manchester City. And I feel like they celebrate when they beat Chelsea more than when they beat Manchester City. The celebration for the Manchester United fan is like they win the Premier League. Guys, you got a very long way to go. You got a very, very long way to go. And yeah, you are not title contenders, okay? Um, did we see changes in Manchester United? No. They won, but I mean, a ugly win is better than a pretty loss, of course, but it's the same Manchester United, and Chelsea lost that game all because of our coach. Maresca, que paso? Oh yeah, he's still Italian, but I'm speaking Spanish. Our coach made some terrible mistakes, man. Terrible. And when I say terrible, I mean terrible mistakes. Like he get into panic mood. Everyone saw that. The changes that he made so quick right after Sanchez's stupid decision, his changes were terrible, and it cost us the game. It cost us our pride because I rather us lose to any other team in the Premier League than Manchester United. Not Manchester United. Oh man. No, I don't even know how I'm gonna come back from this. I don't know, because that's gonna be something that's swinging over Chelsea head, and to make it that Chelsea have won in Old Trafford for the longest, for years to come, years ago I should say, it's just adding salt to the wound. Chelsea, we gotta do better. Sanchez, that was a poor decision, very very poor decision, and it's even a worse decision by the coach. The coach came out and he talked about Palmer, that Palmer wasn't even fit to start the game, but they forced the issue. When that happened, why you didn't take Palmer off? Why you didn't take Palmer off, knowing that he's not 100? You take off all your attacking force, leave all defenders on the field. What were you defending, bro? Automatically, Sanchez get the red card, and you start to think about a draw. Basically, you take off Estavio, you take off Pedro Neto to put on defenders, huh? With 10 men, bro. Like, how many teams play in one game convincingly with 10 men? How many teams play with 10 men and give a good fight? A lot. You got a $1 billion squad, man. You gotta do better than that, man. You gotta do better than that. So I guess we gotta move on from this and on to the next game. I think we play League Cup Tuesday. That's supposed to be an easy win for us and something to get our confidence back up. Because this little run is horrible. It's horrible. Um, Apart from Chelsea, the Manchester City Arsenal game, and I can see that Pep is not pepping anymore. Like, when last have you watched a Man City game and Man City get dominated by another team? Like, Man City play possession football. What happened to this defensive style? This is not Pep. This is not Pep at all. Does that mean that Pep time is counting down at Man City? Comment below what you think if it's time for Pep to go. Because I think Man City is losing their identity. I, for one, was really, really tired of Man City winning the league like year on top of year. So I'm kind of excited for Liverpool those couple of years. But um, I don't Liverpool. I don't want Liverpool to win the league this season. Neither do I want Arsenal. Neither do I want Man City. But Man City is losing their identity to me. Game in, game out, they're not looking convincing. They don't look positive at all. They just look like their shape has changed. Too much inconsistency in their formation. It just doesn't look like Man City anymore. And it's not the style of football that Man City play, or the style of football that we're accustomed to from Man City. So I think they're losing their identity. Pep is not pepping anymore. Fair play to Arsenal. Arsenal give it their all. That was a very, very entertaining game, very, very good game, and late goal. I must say, Martinelli, he did that last week, during the week. He did that where he came off the bench and scored a late goal, and he did it again to salvage a point for Arsenal. So Martinelli is going good. He's making a statement like, "Hey, you can't leave me on the bench. You cannot leave me on the bench." So don't forget that Arteta has been second for the past 4 seasons. So I guess they felt like they had a great chance. They have a great chance this season. To them, to me, no, they're not. They just not quite ready. But yeah, they're giving it a fight. They're playing well. So kudos. That was a very, very nice game. That that Man City Arsenal game. Yeah, Haaland, Biomble, Biomble. Yeah. So I enjoyed that game, and it was a good result. Um, with that result, it means that Liverpool is running away with the league. Why? So early, and I'm saying this. I don't want to say it. I don't want to believe it, but Liverpool still don't look that convincing to me. But they're finding ways to win, man. Liverpool, they're finding ways to win, and winning is all that matters in football. Basically, we the fans, we like to see exciting football. Yes, we like to see our team win convincingly. Some fans, I would say, don't care. They just want to know that their team win, like Manchester United. Their fans have no pride. They don't care how they win. They just want them to win. You know. Come on, Manchester United fans, you gotta do better. You can't be cheering on your team if they're playing like this, man. You gotta speak the fact. But yeah, but Liverpool is been they've been doing great. They're finding ways to win, late goals and all that stuff. This time there's not so much of a late goal, but they won the game, and Liverpool is looking pretty dominant overall, not game in and game out, overall, because the table do speaks for itself. On to other thing in the Premier League. Aston Villa is struggling. um I I don't know. Aston Villa lose, a couple attacking players, and all of a sudden they look like a lower level team. Aston Villa is struggling. But let's see if Aston Villa will make it back up. I mean, over the years, Aston Villa is Aston Villa, always mid-table team. But for the past couple of years, they were showing improvement where they were actually giving a fight. They were giving a fight to other teams. But this season so far, I mean, it's early. It's only 5 games in. But Aston Villa doesn't look like a very competitive team this season, to be honest. But let's see where that goes, right? Let's see where that goes. On to other things that we're talking about. West Ham. I don't know what West Ham was expecting from Graham Potter, aka Ari. I don't know what they were expecting. They were expecting Graham to come there and work miracle. I mean, the guy is not that good of a coach, man. Wow. Stop putting pressure on him because he can't deliver. That's Harry. I mean, Graham. So West Ham is struggling, and fans are demanding that the coach gets sacked, and fans are demanding change because West Ham ain't doing nothing. in the start of the Premier League season, I should say. Um, they're looking terrible also. But, it's football. Things may change. Things may change. But is Harry Potter the man for the job? No, I don't think so. I don't think he is able to turn things around at West Ham. I think this is a down spiral for West Ham. So let's see as the league progresses. Maybe West Ham get relegated this season. Um, the way how they're where they're playing, it seems like that's what's gonna happen. It's just the fact, you know. So let's see if Graham Potter can make some changes and switch up the team and bring some good luck to further on for West Ham. Good luck to West Ham. That's them. But should I say good luck to West Ham? No, I take it back. No good luck to West Ham. Go get relegated. um, there's also controversy with VAR as usual. Week in, week out, VAR seems to causing more confusion than solution. And I think that FA, y'all need to get this right. Get this VAR thing right, man, because this is supposed to enhance the game, help the referee to make the right decisions, but it is causing pains. Week in and week out. VAR, I'm talking to you, VAR. What I could make that acronym mean? Very ambitious reaction. I don't know. But VAR is continuing to be VARing by making mistakes and making calls that are not necessary. But hopefully they get it right throughout the remainder of the Premier League season and also Champions League, because those are big things. We need it right. Over into other news in Barcelona, you know that Rashford has been called out again for his work ethic, and it's his training, it's on time. That's the aspect of it. When he's on the field, he's brilliant. You can see he's been scoring, he's been assisting, he's been doing good. But it has been said that Rashford has come under scrutiny by the coach and the team for showing up late to training. Every training session, Rashford is showing up late. Rashford, you gotta do better, man. You are my player, man. You gotta do better. I was happy when you leave Manchester United. I had wanted you to come to Chelsea for the longest, but for some reason Chelsea would never want to put in a bid for you or something. Now you're in Barcelona. I expected you to be happy, but you gotta make sure you play your part. Make sure you play your part, or else, you're gonna be handed up back into that place. Yeah, and you don't want to end up back there. Nobody wants to go there, right? Nobody wants to go there. So Rashford, play your part. Show up to work on time, man. Punctuality. You gotta have discipline. You gotta have discipline, Rashford. So you deserve a beating for that one. So don't let me hear that again. Don't let me hear that about you again, Rashford. Do better. All right. Stop letting your fans down. Over in Bundesliga, I must say that Harry Kane has been having a goal fest. Harry Kane is scoring. He scored a hat-trick this past weekend. Harry Kane is scoring, and he can't stop scoring. And that's Harry Kane. Harry Kane was doing that when he was at Tottenham. He was scoring a lot, even though Tottenham wasn't winning anything. Harry Kane was, scoring the most goal in the season. Tottenham still not winning anything. And, he went over to the Bundesliga and he's doing the same thing. He's doing the same thing for Bayern. He just can't stop scoring. And this leads to say, what would Bayern be without Harry Kane? Comment below. If Harry Kane ever to get injured, do you think that Bayern have the legs to win the league and also do well in Champions League? Let me know what you think below, because I think Harry Kane is the one who is carrying Bayern on his back right now. I really think so. And if you think so, you can agree with me and give me a thumbs up. But if you don't, let me know how you feel. Right? Also, I see something that the about the Cole Palmer injury. I should say they were saying that Cole Palmer could be out for a lengthy time. I hope that is not true. I really, really hope that is not true because Chelsea is not Chelsea without Cole Palmer, I must say. It doesn't matter how much talent we may think we have, Cole Palmer is the talent. Cole Palmer is Chelsea. Cole Palmer brings a different vibe and a different energy and a different motivation when he's playing to the team. You know what I mean? So we need Cole, and we gotta protect Cole at all cost, right? We need Cole. We need Cole. So let's see how that progress over there. Um, Real Madrid is still 100% in La Liga. Barcelona is not giving them any breathing space as usual. So it should be very, very interesting race for La Liga title this season. In your Premier League this weekend, which game was your favorite game? Which game was the most entertaining game? Tell me what you think and drop your comments below. I really think that the Arsenal Man City game was the game of the weekend. It was very entertaining. It ends, I guess, the way it's supposed to end. Liverpool game was a cut and go. Everyone was expected Liverpool to beat Everton, but it wasn't the game of the weekend. Um, Chelsea, Manchester United, boo, boo. But we are on to the next, and this is the week of us, Chelsea, redeeming ourselves. And we have the opportunity to do that on Tuesday. So we will do that on Tuesday, and we will bring the confidence into the weekend games. Okay? All right. So let me know how your team did, how your team didn't do, and which team do you still think gonna win the Premier League this season. Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching. I'm your host, Alton. Peace.